Bureau Chief Robert Fife. Bob, it just keeps piling up on the poor minister.
Yeah, it does. There's instances now of other of this same aide doing another letter, and another aide who worked for her who also wrote letters. Looks like she has a little bit of a campaign going. The Liberals also released other letters about an appearance where she was on a CBC program. I think it was Rick Mercier's program, and there were letters critical of her, and they're writing letters saying, you know, lighten up, your claws are showing. Helena Guergis is a great lady. The show was all fun. So now she denies this, but there certainly seems to be a writing fan club in her favor. When any time there's any criticism of her, all of her fans get together and they write into the local newspapers telling the people of Simcoe Grey County what a wonderful and a talented lady Helena Guergis is.
So who are her fans outside of the people who work in her office?
Well, that's the other fans are people who worked for another Conservative MP in the nearby riding, and somebody who was a longtime political worker in her campaigns. But I'm sure in that riding, I'm sure, Dan, there must be people who aren't associated with her campaign who think she's doing a very good job. I can tell you, however, that there is nobody in the Conservative Caucus who supports her. They're all shaking their head, and even most people in the Prime Minister's office would dearly love the Prime Minister just to get her to resign and get them out of this misery. But so far, the Prime Minister is sticking with her through thick and thin.
Well, might the minister act on her own? Just call it a day?
Well, there are a lot of Conservatives, even including people in the Prime Minister's office, who are praying before a Buddha that she will in fact do that. But you know how it is, Dan, when you've got a driver and a limo and a nice office and lots of aides.
Well, actually, I don't know how it is.
You don't give that up. I mean, you have to be pried out of a government limo. So the only way they're going to get out of that is the Prime Minister have to slam the door of the limo and pull her off and say goodbye.
Okay, Bob, refresh our memories. How does this Prime Minister treat his ministers who fall into disfavor? What does he do?
Well, he follows Jean Chrétien's a long-standing way that Mr. Chrétien dealt with ministers who are in trouble. Mr. Chrétien would never fire somebody who was right in the line of fire because he understood the opposition will only be back brain for the next victim. So what he will do undoubtedly is the next time that there is a shuffle, or perhaps if he will quietly drop her. No, it won't be quiet, but he will drop her, but not in the midst of intense criticism, because the opposition smell blood and then turn to the next minister who's screwed up and go after them. So I think her lifespan as a cabinet minister is a ticking time bomb. It's not long before she will be gone, but it's not going to happen, I don't think, immediately. But really, honestly, there is nobody in this town within Conservative circles, both from Conservative MPs right up to senior people in the Prime Minister's office, who are defending Helena Guergis.
It's interesting because a lot of ministers commit gaffes. I mean, it happens all the time. We all make mistakes. However, it seems like the caucus has been quick to jump on her. It's almost as if she's unpopular for other reasons within the party.
You're right, Dan. She isn't very popular. She has not been a person who's made friends in caucus, and she's had significant, well, how can I put it nicely? She's lost a lot of staff in her years in the junior ministry. It's like a revolving door of staff, and that's well known on Parliament Hill. And there really isn't anybody that really likes her in caucus. She has not made an effort to build relationships with people. And you know, the old rule in this business: on the way up, be nice, because on the way down, you'll need them. And she hasn't got many friends on the way down.
CTV's Ottawa Bureau Chief Robert Fife. Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
Mortgage rates are on the rise in this country. Homeowners right across Canada prepare for an end to basement